What happened to you? Huh? You still got soap in your booty. Good morning, guys. So this week's vlog is going to be more of a weekend vlog since it's Friday. I'm only just now starting things. I haven't done too much this week that's kind of worth sharing, except I am here on the floor with my little munchkin because she has been kind of having a rough go of it recently, and I wanted to give you guys a little update on what's been going on with her. Yeah, you want to say hi real quick? Huh? Hi. She hasn't been feeling, well, she's been feeling fine, but she's a little out of it today, and I'll explain all that in a little bit. Just wanted to get a little clip of the Munchin saying hi to you guys, because I know you always love seeing her. So, basically, I think I'm going to set you down, because this is going to be a little chatty bit, and I don't feel like holding the camera for a super long time. So, basically, I guess like a month ago, we took her in, we get her, sorry. I just got up from a little, like, not like a nap, but just kind of like a rest, lie down on the couch, so I'm still a little, like, out of it. But, a little over a month ago, we took her in for her dental cleaning, and we usually get her yearly dental cleanings because small breeds just have bad teeth. That's just kind of one of the issues that they have to deal with, and it's something that we've been aware of with Dakota for quite a while now. And so, we took her in, a little over a month ago. Are you trying to get over? You can go. To have her teeth cleaned, and unfortunately they ran her blood work, and she had elevated, I believe it was elevated, like, liver levels, so something was going on with her liver. And so they put us on, first they put us on, I think 2 weeks of an antibiotic, and then they also put her on a month-ish of a, like, liver support drug. I'm not exactly sure, like, the correct terminology, but, like, a drug to kind of help get her liver back in shape. And then they told us to come back in a month and we'd retest things and see how they were. Excuse me. So, like I said, yeah, they had us come back again. They didn't do her teeth cleaning. I forget if I said that already. They didn't do her teeth cleaning when we took her in the initial time to do it because obviously, you know, there might be some issue with her liver, and her liver needs to be able to process the anesthesia, so they just went ahead and canceled the teeth cleaning for that day. And we had it rescheduled for yesterday, so she was going in to get her levels rechecked and to see, you know, how her liver was doing, and to get teeth cleaning. And so one of her liver levels was, like, back down or up, back to normal, whatever it was supposed to be, and the other one was still a little wonky. But she said, the dentist or the vet said that they thought, oh my gosh, I didn't think I'd be this yawny for this clip, I'm sorry. They suspected, since she does have some issues with her teeth, she's had teeth pulled in the past, and it's just, like I said, an ongoing issue that we have to deal with her. She was suspecting that it could be her teeth causing the issue with her liver, so she recommended that her numbers were fine enough to go ahead and go under anesthesia and get her teeth cleaned, and then we would see if that would kind of balance things out with her liver in the long run. And honestly, when we, like, went and talked to the vet, when we picked her up, the vet, like, actually sat down with us and kind of, you know, explained all the stuff that they had done that day. And they weren't, like, she didn't even really say anything about the liver at all, so I think they're not really worried about her liver anymore. I don't think her numbers were ever, like, actually super problematic. It was just, like, something to kind of keep an eye on, and I think that the numbers did what they were hoping they would do, and so we don't really have to worry about that at all now, is kind of the vibe I got. But she did have a rough dental cleaning yesterday, so she had to have another 7 teeth, I believe, pulled. So yeah, that was rough. She is missing quite a few teeth now. I think she's missing, like, all of her front ones. She still has her, I think, the canines, the, like, long ones that kind of come down and up. I think she is only missing one of those, but that has been gone for a while, I think. I don't know. And she has most of her molars left. I think, I'm trying to remember from, like, the pictures that the vet showed us of, like, which teeth she still has. So yeah, they took out some teeth, and they also put in like an antibiotic gel into her remaining teeth to kind of like boost their health, and not necessarily like, I don't know, just to kind of get those areas healthier, to kind of seal a little more around her remaining teeth, because the vet said basically right now is we're trying to not let things degrade any further and just kind of keep things holding steady. The vet was really like really nice, and she pulled the minimum amount of teeth, because we told her like we'd love to we'd love her to keep as many teeth as possible, and so yeah, we're trying to kind of save as the rest of her teeth. Not that they're like, some of them are in worse conditions than others. Some of them are still like looking completely fine. But yeah, so she had a rough day yesterday. Obviously, just going to the getting dropped off at the vet alone, and that always gives me anxiety as well. Like that's just one of my like triggers, I guess, with her. I hate leaving her at the vet. It just, I don't know, tears my heart out knowing that she's there all alone, confused, and not knowing what's going on. So I just always hate it regardless, but especially with the added stress of like the liver issue, and then all the issues with her teeth that we always have to deal with, and kind of making decisions about what's best for her, and what we should pull and what we should try and save. And so it's been a stressful day. Yeah, she was pretty out of it when we brought her home last night, and luckily she still has enough teeth that, like, I know like a lot of dogs, or especially a lot of small dogs, when they get older and older and lose more and more teeth, that like their tongue can kind of fall out of their mouth, and she still seems to have a fine time keeping it in her mouth. She hasn't had any more issues than normal of it like poking out, which is good. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but I just feel like that would be really uncomfortable for her, and I feel like it would just like dry, like if you had your tongue hanging out of your mouth all day, it would get super dry, and it would just be super uncomfortable. So that's like, I don't know, for her sake, I really wanted to, like, I'm happy to see that she can still keep it comfortably in her mouth. And yeah, so that's what we've been dealing with, and she's just been kind of recuperating all day today, lots and lots of sleeping. We have a pain medication to put her on for the next couple days, because obviously she had, some pretty intensive dental work done. Yeah, you've had a rough go of it, haven't you? My poor baby, though, I just feel so bad for her. But yeah, that's the little Dakota update, and that's kind of the only big thing that's been happening this week. Whew. And now I think I'm actually going to head outside and water my garden, because it has been super, super hot here recently. It was like gorgeous weather for a couple of weeks, but now this week it's been, consistently up in the 90s. So it's been pretty toasty, so I need to water all my plants. I think I might actually bring you guys along for a little, I don't know, I wanted like not a tour of my garden obviously, but just kind of like an update. However, I just have the roughest time with weeds. Like, especially the front garden bed, it's like freaking, it's so embarrassing how many weeds there are there, but I've completely weeded the whole thing like 4 times, and yet the entire bed gets covered in weeds again, like big plant weeds. And so I don't know, like, do other people have this, like, much of an issue with weeds in their garden? I don't know, but anyways, so, yeah. I think I'll bring you guys along for that, since I haven't done that much vlogging this week, and I owe you some updates. Alright, so this is the garden bed I was talking about. It's looking like a hot mess right now. I am a little embarrassed to even show you guys, but this is what I was talking about. So like a couple weeks ago even, this bed was completely weeded, and literally only the hostas that we had planted were here, and it was completely clear. And now look at it. It looks like a freaking jungle again. It's ridiculous. And this has happened like 4 or 5 times this summer alone. So I don't know what to do. It's just crazy. It's a whole bunch of there's a whole bunch of clover, there's a whole bunch of violets, there's a whole bunch of whatever the heck those guys are. I don't even know. So, I mean, I guess I'm just going to keep weeding it, but if anyone has any suggestions for better weed management, I would love to hear them. Any organic suggestions, because I don't like to use chemicals in my yard. But yeah, so when this is looking nice, there's azalea bushes and about six hostas that we just planted this summer, and obviously I'm planning to fill up this bed with more flowers, but that's what we have going on for now. And then, all right, you want to go in the back? Come on. Also ignore our lawn, it needs to be mowed. But over here, this is how things are looking. I finally got my peonies kind of under control. This bed is also like insanely, obviously you guys know I've been a little under the weather recently with this whole pregnancy thing, so my garden is definitely taking a bit of a toll, and there's just all sorts of weeds. It's like I said, my whole, like, all of my gardens have so many weeds, and I don't know if it's just normal. I feel like normal people don't have to weed their gardens this much, but anyways, I have my peonies. They're already finished blooming for the year, but I like the foliage, and so we keep it up. I have a couple rose bushes here that I'm probably going to end up getting rid of. They bloom, but they just look so ugly. Like, I mean, like half of it is dead, but then like new growth is still coming off, like, so I can't just completely chop off the dead stuff. I don't know, I don't really like them, so I think I'm gonna completely clear out. And again, besides the rose bushes, all that is weeds. It's ridiculous. I can't even. More peonies here, and then down here we have some alliums, which are starting to bloom. I got my first little guy popping out there. And then these next few beds are actually Miles's garden beds. He is super into succulents, and so he has a couple of things planted in there. And then these next few guys, honestly, I have no idea what's in here because my mother-in-law gave me a whole bunch of plants and I just planted them. So this guy is definitely getting moved because I did not realize it was going to be that huge. So he needs to go somewhere else. That thing's probably going to go somewhere else. I'm really excited about this zinnia. This guy is pretty new. I have to get him in the ground. And yeah, just a couple other plants from my mother-in-law. And then over here is kind of my main garden bed. And for now, I'm planning on like rearranging the flowers. I just kind of have them in the ground to grow until I can get a chance to really get things kind of sorted out. But I have a ton of just massive cone flowers here. They are just doing so well this year. I mean, I don't know if you can even really see like just how giant they are. The stalks, like some of them, like look how freaking thick that is. It's crazy, and there's just a ton of flowers, and it's been going like this for, I mean, weeks now, probably maybe even 2 months. I don't even know, but they're doing really well. And then we have our primroses here, which are also done blooming for this season, but the foliage still looks pretty nice. I'm thinking about kind of taking the primroses and the cone flowers and kind of lining them along the back of this garden bed against the fence to kind of make a really pretty like flower border thing along the back, since they're both tall. And then I can plant other like medium and short flowers in front of them. Someone found something she likes. What are you rolling in? I feel like some dogs, like Rufio, will find like poop and roll in that, and then he'll stink. But she never finds anything like offensive, so I just let her roll because she's so happy. So, are you done? All right. Then back here we have our, I forget what exactly it's called. It's milkweed or butterfly weed, one of those. This is what I have for my monarch caterpillars, and I believe that might also be milkweed. I bought like 3 or 4 other milkweed plants last year when I had like a bajillion caterpillars on here, and I knew this plant wasn't going to be enough to like feed all of them. But I don't know if any of those additional little plants survived, so we will see. And then I have a whole bunch of lilies that have kind of come over from the neighbor's yard, but I think they're really pretty, so I'm going to keep them kind of as a little clump back there. We still need to remove this ugly freaking pole that used to have a really janky looking birdhouse on it, but it's cemented into the ground, so that's going to be kind of a project. But yeah, and then I just have some random primroses that kind of found their way over here, so that's going to have to be moved back with the group. But yeah, just kind of other stuff. Like I said, my garden is not looking its best right now. It needs a whole lot of TLC at the moment, but I have just not had the energy to do much, so that's how things are looking. But I think I'm going to hook you up to your little lead and we're going to do some watering. What do you think about that, Munchkin? She gets so like zen and calm outside. I love it because she's normally kind of like, you know, not normally crazy because she sleeps a lot, but I don't know, it's just so cute watching her just sit and like take in the world. Alright, so I got my watering and a little bit of weeding actually done. I wasn't planning on doing that, but I was just outside and it wasn't, you know, boiling hot like it has been during the day, and so I just decided to take advantage, and the Munchkin and I hung outside and did some weeding in the back garden bed. I was recording that for you guys as part of the time lapse, but somehow like that file got corrupted, so that got lost, unfortunately. But it started thundering really ominously while we were out there, and so we decided to come in and take cover because the sky is gonna open up at any minute, right, Munchkin? It's gonna open up. Yeah, it's just gonna open up on us. So I am eating some carrots and ranch because I am starving now. And yeah, gonna relax for a little bit because even though I was only out there for like half an hour, I am exhausted. Alright, so I started a project and I thought it would actually be fun to kind of show you guys the before and after. So you guys know our dining room has kind of been, I feel like there's been stuff that just kind of piled up around the like perimeter of the room since we moved in that we didn't really have a place for, and that was one of the reasons we wanted a pantry, was to put some of this stuff in there as well. So I'm basically taking a whole bunch of stuff that's just been sitting around on our floor of our dining room and putting it away and trying to organize this side cabinet a little better, because this has just kind of been stuffed full. I already took out, I had like a whole bunch of linens, like table runners and napkins and stuff stacked up in there, and I already took it and put that in the pantry. But I have some gifts from actually both of our grandmothers that I just haven't had a nice place to store. Instead, I just kept them in the boxes, and obviously that doesn't look so nice. I've already kind of started over here, but I have like a couple of piles of picture frames that I need to find places for. I have some trays. I'm probably going to donate that. And then over here I have all of our like wedding stuff, which obviously needs to be stored better. This is our wedding china. Those are our wedding flutes, like our toasting champagne flutes. That's our cake topper. So I want a nicer place to store that than just like out on the dining room floor. So I'm really excited that I'm finally tackling this project. And here is kind of the space that we're working with. I have these top 3 shelves up there. I'm not sure how well you can see it. Obviously it's way taller than me, but I got a step stool to help me. But yeah, that's kind of the space that I have to work with to kind of fill up. And yeah, so let's see what I can get done. Alright, and I think I'm going to call it a day. I got most of what I wanted to get done over here done. This is what it's looking like. You can actually see our floor now. I'm super excited. I still have to figure out places for those picture frames, and those can actually probably be moved downstairs because I have a whole area for storing like picture frames and wall decor and stuff that we haven't hung yet, so I can definitely take those downstairs and out of the way. Over here we still have all this stuff from grandparents that I still need to like store nicely. I don't know where I want to store them or if I want to display some of them, so I just decided to kind of keep that there for now, and I'll figure that out another day. This is looking so much nicer and less like super cluttered. Also, sorry if you can hear my air conditioning. It's obviously running and really loud. But yeah, it's still not like perfectly finished and organized and displayed how I would like it, but it's like a million times better than it was. And I feel like we can see what we have in there a lot better. And yeah, so I'm really happy with how that's looking. And then over here in the pantry, we have all of like my linens and stuff. We have some lunch boxes. We have some of our smaller china there in the back that didn't fit on the shelf up here, which has the rest of our china, our toasting flutes, and our cake knife and server set. And then we still have, oh no, right, we put some lesser used appliances up top along with our wok, which is just like a bigger piece that needs to be stored. But we still have a ton of space on the top. We have a little bit of space in the other two shelves. And yeah, I'm really happy with the results so far. So we have decided to give this little munchkin a bath outside. Normally we give her a bath in the tub. Sorry if it's like super windy. I need to get one of those like dead cat things for my microphone, but oh my gosh, that's gonna be super windy. Anyways, we're gonna try and give her a bath outside with the hose. I think we should use the tub. Miles thinks there's no way that's gonna help, but I think otherwise she's gonna run away. Oh, munchkin.
Whoops, see, she's gonna jump right out.
I know, but she's gonna do that outside of the tub regardless. What happened to you? Huh? You still got soap in your booty. Can we finish rinsing you off? Come here.
Come.
She's like, yeah, right. Come here.
Dakota, come.
I was saying earlier that some doggies would love being sprayed with the hose. They think it's a game. Oh,
I know.
not happy. Is it better or worse than the bathtub? What do we think? She's like, I hate you guys. All right, we are all done and we're getting our crazies out with Dad.
Oh, hey, oh, come here.
Go get him.
Come on, come on. Hey.
You look a little goofy. Hi.
Hey, come on. Oh, yeah, come on.
You're so
See,
cute.
you can run outside on the leash. How
Yeah.
fun is that? Come on.
Go get him.
Come on.
Go get him. Are you done?
Come
All right, I think we're all done.
Look, our dog's being a real dog.
Are we playing with a ball? Are we playing with a ball? Well, that wasn't very far. Sorry, Munch.
You get it. Oh.
Oh, so fierce. Oh, bumped her on the nose.